It gives me great pleasure to be here today with you at this launching ceremony. I feel greatly honored to have been invited as one of the persons to make a few remarks on this law revision project. Upon taking office, I realized that the state of our laws left a lot to be desired. There were lots of frustrations among the judges, magistrates, the practicing bar, lawyers and law students, as well as the general public, because of that state of affairs. Many a lawyer advised against a background of uncertainty, and many an investment was done on a leap of faith. As the Attorney General, I became aware that previous efforts to have the laws revised and updated was attempted, but met with many challenges. Upon examination of the situation, it soon became obvious that it was impossible to build upon the previous attempts, and so a new initiative was undertaken. There was urgency needed to establish a law database, consolidate the laws, revise the laws, publish a new revised edition, and consequently, I sought Cabinet's approval to solicit for proposals from various company firms and to evaluate the best proposal with a view to embarking on the law revision exercise. We eventually succeeded in getting a good proposal from Eyre and Spottiswoode. That is a firm that has a tremendous amount of years and experience in doing this kind of work. And also, with Mr. Macasser's efforts, we were able to substantially reduce the cost, bearing in mind that it was possible with his guidance and assistance to do much in-house. And therefore, after that proposal had been sought and received, I sought Cabinet's approval in principle for the proposal. Cabinet approved for the project eventually in October 2002. Immediately after obtaining Cabinet's approval, I took steps to set in motion the process of consolidating, revising and preparing a new revised edition of laws for St. Kitts and Nevis. The steps involved the following. Of course, Mr. Macasser identified them in great detail, but I simply do them rather briefly. The appointment of a law commissioner who was detailed to start the process of consolidating, revising and preparing the laws and to begin immediately. Formalizing an agreement with the said company and government that required the creation of an electronic law database and to update the database after the revision was completed and the text of the revised laws is approved, and thereafter to maintain the same for a given period of time. The company was also contracted to print and publish the new revised edition in accordance with the specifications that were contractually agreed by the parties. The company was also to provide a training program in desktop publishing for the government staff in accordance with the specifications set out in the contract. And I'm pleased that you have heard from Mr. Macasser that that is something that we have managed to achieve. And again, that will assist in reducing cost in the ongoing process. Also, working out the logistics that would be required to bring the project to a successful completion. Having appointed a law commissioner and concluded the agreement, the project began, as I said, was launched in 2002. But right from the beginning, there were constraints. From the time of the inception of the law revision project, it too suffered delays due to various challenges and setbacks. The challenges and setbacks were due to lack of manpower and financial resources. However, these challenges were further exacerbated by individuals who had no vision as to its value or who lacked commitment to its objectives. However, it was with the sterling efforts of the Law Commissioner, Mr. Macassar, and the Honourable Prime Minister, who shared the vision why this project was saved. We must thank them, and I particularly would like to applaud the efforts of Mr. Macassar in this. That is why today we are able to witness the fruits of this initiative. However, because of this frustration, it took us too long to get where we are. The law is not static. It moves with time. There is no room for an inefficient and outmoded method of delivery. All hands must be on board. They must be committed to the vision and share the commitment. The development of our nation cannot be held hostage to those who lack the vision or the commitment. We must reach positions where the law, once promulgated, must be available to the profession and the public, if not within hours, within days, in an electronic form, and in a timely manner in other forms which are accessible to the public. I therefore urge government to move to the next stage and make provisions for it to be available on the web or by the CD-ROM as soon as possible. Of course, I appreciate that this will involve cost, but I'm sure those of us who are interested and committed to the law will be willing to meet that cost. The benefits of this exercise. There is no doubt that when the laws are updated for any country and easily accessible, many benefits will flow to the Federation and its citizens. The profession and the public will now be able with confidence to engage in such matters as governance and their rights. And investors will invest with greater confidence, as many a light will be thrown on many a matter that was once a mystery. In closing, I would wish to thank the Prime Minister, Mr. Macassar and his team, and in particular those members of his team who were committed to the vision and brought this to fruition. Thank you very much.